Goddamn, guys. Goddamn.
Yeah. Honestly, bro. Yeah, goddamn, bro. After the
Goddamn is perfect.
after the news stories that dropped just today alone, goddamn is right. My God, we have a lot to discuss here today. A lot regarding WWE. We got three AEW stories. I'm assuming you want to start with those.
I'm so
So yeah, how's everybody doing, man? Thank you guys for joining us. This is episode 325 of the news, man. Thank you guys for joining us an hour early than usual. And thank you guys as always. We appreciate you guys being here. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Tuesday, it's been a while for that one. Every Monday, we are on here after Raw with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, normally, we are on here with the news, man. Speaking of which, if you guys did miss this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, you guys can now watch that live on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live after Raw every Monday for Unscripted. With that being said, if you guys haven't got a chance to get your hands on the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, where you can find the slept on since 2020 design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak. Again, with that being said, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at NHP, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show, and as for the other half, we got my guy Sir K here. From what I understand, man, Sir K's got some stuff to tell us, man. He's got some jokes, man. He's gonna make us laugh, so I'm ready. I'm very ready.
I do. I do. I don't remember, having jokes. I don't remember, laughing. Maybe smiling a little bit, but I don't remember laughing, man. I don't remember
Oh,
that. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out. Just nothing been really going on lately. Just been a pretty chill week, man. Pretty chill week. And what's the next pay-per-view? Is it Redemption?
yes. Funny you say that, bro. I could have swore Redemption was in the middle of July. That's July 26th.
Really? Oh, yeah, I did. I thought it was gonna be in the middle. I thought it was in the middle of July too. It's
I know.
damn.
So it's
What
that.
the hell?
We get another pretty long break, and then it's Redemption weekend, and then a break, and then not a break, and then the next weekend SummerSlam weekend.
Look at that, man. Look at that. I thought Redemption was gonna be like 2 weeks or something. I can't even lie. Um, no, that's interesting, man. That's interesting. I really thought it was gonna be a little sooner, man. Even though we had the date for a minute, I just thought it'd be sooner. But I'm doing good, man. Just been chilling out. Nothing big been going on, man. Just been chilling out, man. Like Toronto, his ass. How's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's it doing? Watching the replay. What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm doing pretty good. Just chilling, man. Just chilling. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. And um, yeah, that's all I got, man. Just
It's
chilling, bro. Just chilling.
been pretty chill. Well, except for the heat. The heat has not been chill. Other than that, everything hasn't been chill.
Yeah,
This week
yeah.
has been hot as
It
shit.
it's been very hot. It's been very hot. I've been getting some good runs out of it. I can't lie. I've been
Hey,
kind of waiting for the weather. Been waiting for the weather to get like this, so I can actually get a full heat sweat. I guess normally I get a sweat in, but nothing. Heat sweat hits different, especially when the weather's like that. Um, yeah, little did I know I would come close to killing myself. So, but it's all good. We're still here. We're still here. Cause boy, I was dying the other day. I was fine, but I was dying. I
yeah,
was
it was fucking like 90 some degrees out.
sweating my balls off, bro. But yeah, it
It was
was.
like 98.
Jeez, it was. Yeah, it was pretty rough out there, man. But nonetheless, nonetheless, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, bro. I I need something to play, right? I need something to play, dude.
Okay.
And the couple games I have my eyes on are typically on sale. Well, a couple of them are, and now they're not on sale anymore, and it's really bugging me, dude. There's obviously Ghost of Yotei and there's Assassin's Creed. I know I've been fucking talking about them forever. Still haven't got them. Those are never on sale. So the other day, I was kind of just like, you know what, dude? If NBA 2K26 is on a good deal, because I swear like a week ago it was on sale for PlayStation Plus members for $10, and I was gonna pull the trigger on it. Now I was like, that's fucking $10. I was like, all right, whatever. Now it's not on fucking sale anymore, and all it's offering me is the stupid 2-hour trial. I don't want the fucking 2-hour trial. But anyway,
Ain't shit so stupid.
yeah, dude, I got nothing. I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna hop back on the Madden grind, or I'm gonna just continue my 2K14 grind. So I don't know. I got nothing, dude. Other than that, I'm pretty good. As for the NBA, bro, there's been a lot of like little trades going on. Actually, oh, okay, never mind. There's been one big one. There's been one big one, bro. The fucking Celtics done traded away Jaylen Brown for fucking Paul George and some picks. One of my good buddies is a Celtics fan. My heart truly broke for him, man. I swear, my heart truly broke. That is one of the absolute worst. They done traded away a Finals MVP for a fucking 36-year-old pretender P, Paul George. Okay, God, dude. Absolute dude. All they got. Paul George has so many nicknames, and none of them are good. Okay, except for maybe like PG-13. That's like his initials and his number. That's maybe like the only good one. Playoff P. He gave himself that nickname because I don't know. He was trying to say he was some demon in the playoffs, but then everybody just used it to make fun of him because he fucking sucked in the playoffs. At least when he got to the Clippers, he did. Podcaster P. I mean, there's so many other pretender P. There's so many. It's come on, bro. And they done traded away Jaylen. They were aiming for Giannis, and ended up with fucking Paul George. Holy shit! That heart broke for Celtics fans. It really did.
You know what the P might stand for, man? Might stand for pressure. He could have finally realized the pressure.
But he definitely folded under the pressure. He didn't realize the pressure like Austin Theory.
He didn't realize. Okay, I get it.
Speaking of the pressure, dude, one of our buddies, Flex. We all know Flex, right? He's always in there talking about some nonsense.
Always some nonsense.
He advised me to go watch this interview, this impulsive interview with Austin Theory. Holy fuck. I feel so terrible for him. God, I feel so fucking terrible for him, dude. He was talking about he was on there talking about how he felt that he got robbed for Money in the Bank, and how, when Roman told him, your daddy's gone, he said he wanted to say back to Roman, well, I could say the same thing about you, and apparently they wouldn't fucking let him say it. And then he was talking about how Cena was in Vince's ear, talking about, hey, this guy's a good guy. I don't think he's a heel. I felt so fucking terrible. And we got a comment on one of our shorts, and I really hope this guy's right. He was saying, maybe it was on our short about WWE failing Austin Theory. He said, WWE didn't fail Theory. Maybe his real opportunity is about to come once he gets kicked out of the Vision. I promise I'm crossing my fingers that happens, because the other side of that is WWE just thinks that he's an utter failure and wants to release the guy after they break up the Vision. If they do that, that is absolutely one of the biggest failures of what could have been in modern history is Austin Theory, man. God, I watched that interview, and you cannot help but to just fucking feel bad for a guy who I think is a good dude, and I think is a babyface, and they want him as this cocky fucking heel for some reason, and I don't understand. I don't.
I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. To me, it makes no sense. It's a complete mischaracterization of the man, and I think they're gonna punish him for them mischaracterizing them, and more than likely, seemingly letting him go, which is horrible.
Yeah, but um, absolutely terrible. There's a couple things I also want to touch on a little bit before we get into the news. But as for you guys, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? We got Mr. Walking Down and Cut They Shit Off, and my guy Jeff. Bro, um, Gotti, bro. I can't buy into calling you Unc, dude. We're like the same age. I may even be older.
Exactly.
Ain't we older than you, bro?
I think we might be.
Gotti, what year were you born, bro? You can't be calling us
You
nephews,
were, bro.
dog. I
I
can't
don't think
buy
you can
into
call
calling
her
you Unc,
nephews.
man. What are we doing?
Oh, I don't
What are
know
we
if I could
doing?
call her. I need to know the year we were born, man.
You know what, Unc? You need to get together, Gotti. Kevin Durant, bro. He ruined your team chemistry. What's going on?
Oh,
What's going on
come
in
on.
H Town, bro?
Always with
I
the
don't
Kevin
understand.
Durant, bruh.
I'm trying to get Gotti to get his Houston Rockets back in line, bro. Um, but um, Gotti says the title's very demanding. Gotti, bro, what are we doing, dude? I'm November 13th, 2001.
Well,
Sir K's December
very
22nd, 2001.
well, I'm 2001, man. We 2001. You can't call his
Come
nephew,
on, bro.
man.
You
He
can't.
said everyone's nephew to him. I don't think that's how it
That's
works.
not how that works, bro. That's not how that works.
Literally older
Come on, bro. But what are we, what are we doing, man? Gotti says the title seems very demanding, brother. When we get to
I
that story, um,
don't
shit,
know why.
shit's about to hit the fan on Monday. I just have a bad feeling shit is about to hit the fan on Monday. Um, yeah,
Might be a
don't
riot in Chicago.
that's what we're hearing. Don't get attached. So I think we. Oh my god, dude. I think. Oh man. I think we. I think it. It's gonna happen, bro. Cody's gonna win the
I think,
fucking
yeah,
title back.
Cody's gonna win.
Ridiculous. Hey OG.
You can't back him up. Come on, man.
You cannot.
Come on.
You cannot back him up. You cannot back him up. Gotti says happy. Or I'm sorry. Manager Logan says happy 4th. Well, yes, we obviously have it up today because the 4th is tomorrow. Obviously, we're not live tomorrow. Guys, be safe. Do what you're gonna do responsibly, please, and be fucking safe. Don't be driving if you can't drive. Don't be doing nothing
Exactly.
stupid if you're not supposed to be doing nothing fucking stupid. Please keep it together for us here at NHP. We need you, and please be safe. Also, everybody knows the 4th is quite the it's a double meaning for me. Obviously, it's the 4th of July. It's also my late grandfather's birthday, and man, so crazy, so crazy that all these years have passed since. I still remember the last birthday when he was here, and we were in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. That was his favorite spot. Happy birthday, Grandpa. um I just, again, I say it every year. I think about you all the time. I think about you all the time, and I just live every day. I live every day out hoping that that I make you proud every day with my decisions and the person that I've become. Not perfect by any means, but I try and hope I make you proud. Happy birthday, Grandpa. I miss you. I love you. I'll see you again soon. But I know he's up, and I know he's up there probably in Lake Geneva, doing his thing. So happy birthday, Grandpa, and again, love you, and I'll see you soon.
Really, happy birthday. Happy 4th to you guys, man. Like you said, be safe, guys. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and do a bunch of other dumb shit, man. just 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 enjoy the night and be safe tomorrow, man, for everybody.
Gotti,
A
what
little
the fuck are
starfish.
you?
A little
Gotti, what the
starfish.
fuck are you
The
talking
hell's
about,
that?
bro?
A
Stay
little
sober or
starfish.
get pulled over or Uber. $20 is better than a ticket or a homicide. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Listen to Gotti.
borderline homicide.
Listen to Gotti, but don't listen to Gotti because I don't know what I don't really know what he's talking about now. But the first comment, I understood where he was going with this.
Careful, starfish. Oh, starfish.
No, I can't say I'm God.
I like
Can't
that
say
one.
I'm
I
Gotti
like that one.
starfish, bro. I
Here's a little
really,
starfish.
well, I, I, I I don't know about that, but I can't stand this guy, bro. What's wrong with Gotti, bro? What's wrong with this dude, man? Um,
Fuck with that.
yes. I hope they give Sammy a ceremony because I think he's only got a couple days left. But regardless, um, regardless, yes. Again, happy Fourth, guys. Be safe, eat good food, and please don't fucking drive if you're not sober. Please, for the love of God. And if you are driving and sober, then uh, watch out for other people because half the time it really is them. Um,
Oh, 100%.
God.
Just
But
be careful on the road if you're going home
yes,
on tomorrow night.
for sure, for sure, for sure. Um, Gotti says if Maxwell Jacob Friedman or Maxwell Jacob Feinstein loses to Kenneth Omega, he's gonna be very upset. Um, come on,
I
bro.
don't think
I
he'll be
listen.
too upset.
No, I don't think it. I
His
don't think.
character will be, but he won't.
Yeah, God. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Honestly, I wouldn't have put the fucking title back on MJF. That's just me, but
That, that's where I think they fucked up, and I don't think they should have put it back on him that soon. You should have just hold off because if you obviously knew this was gonna happen, you kind of knew this was your plan. Seemingly, don't know why they put the title back on him in the first place. I mean, he'll be fine. He'll probably get fucking 2 or 3 more in the next fucking 3 years under his belt anyway. So I don't think it's no biggie here.
yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be okay. But um, what else? What else? Oh, yeah. Look at more comments. Let's see what we got here. Yes. Gotti, that was what got us on the topic of Austin Theory. Is that impulsive? I was saying that impulsive podcast. God, you just how can you do anything but feel bad for this guy, man? Absolutely terrible. Um, However, Cody Rhodes, bro. Actually, no, we were on the topic of Sami Zayn. Bro, I don't know if you guys seen the video of Triple H
Oh,
greeting Sami
green.
Zayn post title win. What a
He's
fucking
not give a
piece of
fuck.
garbage. What a piece of garbage. Honestly, dude. Sammy's, so ecstatic. He goes up to Triple H, he gives him a fucking hug, cuz he thinks his boss is a good guy, but fucking he gives him a hug and he's like, thank you. I appreciate it. All the way from NXT to here. And Triple H the whole time just has this pissy look on his face. He's a, yeah, congrats.
Nope, nope,
Congrats.
nope.
Yeah, yep, congrats. Congrats. Hey, let's get a picture before you leave. Congrats. You fucking piece of shit. You are on fucking Unreal or whatever the hell he was on, Damian Priest documentary, hugging him. Oh man, you worked your ass off to get to this point. You got into shape and you're so amazing and yada yada yada. And that's all you have for Sami Zayn? Yeah. Congrats. Yeah. What a dick. If you're so miserable, you fuck, then just quit. Just quit already. I mean, honestly, I don't know if that video pissed anybody else off, but I'm like, it just pissed me off because, like, you could see the genuine joy in Sami Zayn's face, and this dude just completely fucking ruining it. Like, dude, ugh.
He's such a miserable asshole, man. I don't get it, man. He's literally like skipping dialogue, like he's replaying a game he's already played before, man. Just yep. So frustrating, dude. I can't stand at this point seeing anything Triple H related, man. He's just a bald coward, a fucking asshole, man. And that shit's just. I was like, all right, bro. The second I watched that video, I already knew it was gonna happen on Monday. I already know.
Yeah, 100%. It's over, man. It's over before it started. Yes, they did have a wholesome video with like Kevin Owens and Becky Lynch greeting Sami. That was about as wholesome as it gets, because it certainly wasn't from that fucking moment in Saudi Arabia. But Triple H, man, again, he just comes off as such an asshole these days. Why? That's all you have to say to the guy? Like, legitimate after... Maybe you should have fucking told him, hey, man, you don't need to be thanking me. I need to be thanking you, because I fucking put you through a couple years of... This should have happened. This should be your second or third fucking reign right now. This guy's been on the main roster for 11 years, bro. 11 years.
11 years. Exactly.
This should have been happened. Thanks, because thank you for dealing with all my fuck ups, because I'm such an incompetent booker. I didn't put the championship on you in 2023 when I should have. So thank you, Sami, is what you should have fucking said. Congrats.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. It makes no sense. Congrats, man. He should have thanked him. And my God, he's so fake, dude. But that's the worst part, is he doesn't even like actually even try to be fake. He's just a dick, and that shit just pisses me off.
He's an absolute buffoon, bro. And what's with Gotti talking about Damian Priest is a bigger name than Sami Zayn, bro? This guy's an absolute scrub, dude. This guy, Damian Priest. No, but it pissed me off, because he was glazing the fuck out of Damian Priest. I remember that documentary. He was glazing the fuck out of him. But Sami Zayn, the guy who fucking put your company in the whole Renaissance era that everybody was talking about, the guy that fucking damn near landed you there, all you got for him is congrats. How about you fucking smarten the fuck up, you bald slob, and get it together? Like, honestly, man, get the fuck out of here, bro. What are we talking about? Congrats. And then Cody Rhodes, bro. Has anybody seen this clip of Cody Rhodes airing out Aaron Solo, bro? What an absolute dick. And then he calls him... Hold on. I saved this shit somewhere. He was referring to Aaron Solo as a workplace proximity associate. Motherfucker, he was in the Nightmare Family.
He was your friend. What do you mean, a workplace proximity associate? What in the Excalibur is that? What the what?
Is that like the origins of the civilian warrior? Is that
the collaboration adjacent
civilian warrior?
Like, dude, what a dick. Not only is it your friend, apparently he's not your friend. You damn near just basically call him a coworker, essentially, is what you call him. And you're just airing him getting fucking rejected out. That's crazy, bro. That's some Hollywood ass shit. Cody Rhodes is the definition of going Hollywood, bro.
Yes.
It's insane to see. I can't stand him nowadays.
He airs out this story of Aaron Solo trying to shoot his shot with Fallon Henley when she was in AEW and he was in AEW in the Nightmare Family, but he was a workplace proximity associate. Really? You come off like a dick, bro. You on it. Yes. And they're sitting there. And then he's like, oh, yeah, he went to talk to you and, no one's making fun of him. Motherfucker, you're telling this story right now making fun of him. Get the fuck out of here, bro. And now you got everybody reopening old wounds, calling this fucking guy Mr. Bailey, and he fucking fumbled Bailey, which is a whole another topic. But I feel sorry for the fucking guy, bro. What are we doing?
They're not wrong, but at the end of the day, this is old ass shit. That shit happened in 2021, 2022, 2026 years ago, bruh. Let the man move on. I'm sure both parties have moved on, and you're just talking about him just airing out him getting rejected. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. That's some op ass shit. And Cody Rhodes, bro, what a dickhead, bro. What a dickhead. No wonder him and Triple H are such best friends. That friendship makes so much sense.
Two fucking corn on the fucking cobs. Those two fucking dick faces. Cody Rhodes and Triple H. What a bunch of narcs. Anyways, man.
Literally, bro.
Sorry, I just had to get those couple things off my chest before we started here. Now, we're going to start you guys off with some AEW, man. Not because we have a plethora of AEW stories. Per usual,
100%.
we have 3 of them. Okay. We're going to start you guys off with actually something Gotti was just talking about, man. MJF and Kenny Omega. MJF and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship has been announced for next week's AEW Dynamite. The Observer is reporting that MJF versus Kenny Omega was originally planned for AEW's Redemption, but the company decided to bring it forward to next week instead. Why? Didn't you name didn't you name this whole pay-per-view after Kenny Omega's redemption? And it's like, I figured that would be the spot where he actually got the redemption, not on Dynamite. I don't know. Again, I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea, but like, bro, you literally named a whole show Redemption because
like
that was supposed to be the show where Kenny redeemed himself.
No, exactly. Even like the theme of it, the logo is very like Chrome, Kenny Omega-esque. And I think I get what they want to do. I feel like they want to get at least one pay-per-view title defense in there for Kenny's reign he's about to get before he loses it all. And I think that's the point of moving it up, and I think that's what they want to do. And I do get that. I do understand that. But like, it's just kind of funny that, like you said, you named this pay-per-view after that moment, only to move it before the pay-per-view. It's funny. I'm okay with it overall, because I think that is just to get one title defense on pay-per-view for his reign before he loses it. So that's kind of what I see going on there, man. Which he did. I mean, I'm cool with it. It's just kind of funny.
It definitely is kind of funny. I definitely see your point. I definitely see your point. I guess it would make sense because then if you do have him win it at Redemption, you would probably, knowing AEW, they're going to want him to get one successful title defense in there. So they'll probably have to have him wrestle on TV in August, and they probably don't want him to do that. So if you get the one defense in there at Redemption, then he probably won't have to wrestle much leading into All In. So I guess it does make sense. It just kind of is funny because, again, you named the show Redemption because this was supposed to be where Kenny redeemed the Dynasty loss. However, they probably also do have other big things planned for Redemption. I'm assuming that's where we're going to see the return of Adam Page. So, I'm assuming there is going to be some other big stuff on the show, but nonetheless, MJF versus Kenny Omega. They obviously on Dynamite put the whole stipulation on Kenny. We'll go over it on Monday, but they put the whole stipulation out on Kenny. Like, if he loses, he can't challenge. The fucking Bucks without mentioning Cody, mentioned Cody on the Bucks or on Dynamite. I mean, they were talking about, 2 elite members have already fell to this stipulation. So, I don't foresee Omega. I think this is going to be Omega's last reign, and I also would not be shocked if Kenny Omega's last match is going to be at All In London against Will Ospreay. Do not be shocked if, without even knowing it, we are watching the farewell run for Kenny Omega. Depending on where his health is, or at least if this is going to be maybe his last really run as a singles, maybe he's just going to do stuff with the Bucks or tag team stuff, maybe with Hangman from now on. But again, I don't know why I'm kind of feeling it, but do not be shocked if, again, we are on and have been on the Kenny Omega farewell tour and we didn't even know it. But I fully expect Omega to win next week, and I think this is going to be I think this could be it for him. I would not be shocked, and I think we're getting the Ospreay match. They're teasing it. Again, they're not putting too much into an Ospreay and MJF match at all. And again, to be honest, I don't fucking care to see an Ospreay and MJF match. So that's just me. But
really don't. Yeah, I really don't either. I think they are obviously planning Kenny and Will. I think that's pretty obvious to see what they're setting up, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And I do seem like this is gonna be like the last big Kenny Omega thing that he's gonna do in AEW, man. Whether he kind of just steps back and kind of just very sparingly comes in and does something, or he goes to, trios, he goes to tag, or he just straight hangs it up, man. Either way, I think this is the last major singles thing we're going to see for Kenny Omega, at least for a while. And I think that's the goal with all this here, man. So I like what it's setting up. And again, I'm fine with them moving it. It's just kind of funny. But I think they have a whole lot of other stuff set up for Redemption. I could see one or two tag team debuts at Redemption also, to redeem maybe the tag team division, stuff like that. I think they're building up a whole list of shit from Redemption to All In, man. So I'm excited either way.
Yeah, because if and he very well could save people for the debut of All In, but the New Day and Motor City Machine Guns, all those guys are up on the, what is it, the 23rd, I want to say they're up to, I at least
Oh yeah,
remember hearing them being up on the 23rd. That's literally freaking 3 days before Redemption. So, that he could do that, or he could save people for All In, again, unless he does want these people to be in a match at All In. So, yeah. Um but yes, MJF and Kenny Omega did get pushed up per the reports, and again, I am, again, just I get it. It's a little funny, but I guess
just
I do
funny.
get why they did it, and yeah. So
Exactly.
Manager Logan says he cares more to see MJF versus Ospreay than Kenny versus Ospreay. Kenny's not in anymore. Don't let Flex hear you say that, bro.
I want Flex here you say that. And you know
Yeah.
what? In a way, you're not wrong. But if this is the last fucking hoorah from Kenny Omega, I'm cool with it. And I love MJF, but MJF versus Osprey does not pertain to excite me in their current state of characters at all. They
Yep.
kind of have nothing to do with each other.
Well, maybe MJF could be the face of America
That would be even worse. That'd be even worse.
again. Yeah, but no, I'm cool with it, man. I'm cool with it again. Especially if this is it for Omega. I do think for as bad as he is, and maybe that's a little bit harsh, but for as maybe that's a little hard. Yeah, for as washed up as Kenny Omega is, I think that's
He is
fair.
pretty washed
Um,
up, but it's a fair assessment. But I
yeah.
think one last big one, month long reign,
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I think again, yeah, like again, you can give Omega a month reign, especially again, Kenny, yes, is washed, but at the end of the day, I think that would be a nice thing to do, just to honor Omega. He did a lot for AEW, he did a lot for Japan, and he was at the top of AEW's. In AEW's peak, he was their world champion, and again, I just would not be shocked if this is it for Omega. I really, at least for a long time. Now, again, maybe
Yeah,
when Coda comes back, then he's gonna be back. But I don't know. I'm getting a weird feeling that
exactly,
this
man.
could
Like you
maybe
said, he
be
was
the
doing a lot.
end.
He's done a lot of business.
Oh,
It could.
sorry, go ahead.
It could. No, he's good. Oh, and Logan, thank you for reminding me, man. Redemption is gonna be out and starting at 6 o'clock, man. They fucking did it.
I
They
wonder
listened.
why.
Tony Khan listened. Oh, did you not see the tweet?
I seen they moved it up, but did they give a reason in the tweet?
He basically said due to like fans thinking he basically admitted because the time slot was bad and the pay-per-views go
Really?
too late in the night that he moved it an hour early, man. You know what? Thank you, Tony Khan, man. Shave off like a one match on the card usually, and you're really perfect, but that's good. Six starts at 6 o'clock, man. I'm happy.
Now they fucking do it.
Now they do it.
That is just that is actually
The
impeccable fucking
timing.
timing, bro. Um wow. Yeah, look at him, man. Look at him. Wait, I think I found the tweet. Um, Thank you to all who watch AEW, yada yada yada. For our upcoming AEW Redemption pay-per-view on Sunday, July 26th, I've moved the start time to 1 hour earlier than the tremendous AEW pay-per-views. Hashtag AEW Redemption buy-in. Oh, okay. He just said all he said in here is I've moved the start time to 1 hour earlier than the tremendous recent AEW pay-per-views.
And all the comments are like, "Oh, thank God." Reading the comments killed me. Everyone was just like
I mean,
happy. I think
I
that's
guess
why. I'm sure that's why.
I guess I'm gonna assume that. I mean, he didn't give a reason, and I can't foresee Tony Khan just, you know, I feel like if there was a different reason, he would have gave.
Yeah, because
So
he usually when they do stuff about, he will like say like because of blah 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 we're doing blah blah
I
blah.
was gonna say he used to throw the NBA under the bus all the time because due to the NBA playoffs, Dynamite is gonna be on fucking Friday this week. So that's good. That's
So
good.
I
I'm
think that's the
very
reason.
yes. I did see that, and I'm very very happy. Um, Again, Tony Khan, bro, listening to people, man. That's all it takes,
Look
man.
at
You
that.
know, as long as you listen to your fans and you aren't a fucking crabby bald slob, you know, that doesn't appreciate your talent, then you know you're good with me, man. So, um,
Exactly.
speaking of more AEW, John Moxley, according to the Observer, Callum Newman was originally. Why are you laughing, bro?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. You mean the Will Ospreay clone?
Oh my god.
Will Ospreay light? I'm sorry. Diet Will Ospreay. I'm sorry.
Logan says he thinks Kenny Omega and Adam Page could run it one more time against Cage and Cope. That'd be pretty fire.
I can see that. That screams a Wrestle Dream match to me. I could see it.
I could, yeah.
It just,
That
I don't
does.
know why.
Yeah.
That just screams a Wrestle Dream for me. I don't know why.
Yeah. Callum Newman was originally planned for a match at AEW and New Japan, CMLL and Stardom's Forbidden Door against John Moxley. However, it was scrapped due to Callum Newman's injury. Um,
Damn.
I honestly thought he wasn't there because of visa stuff, just like everybody else was. But you know, at least we ended up getting a good match with John Moxley and Bandito out of it. However, this does kind of suck. Only because, you know, not because I'm a big Callum Newman guy. I'm honestly not really that big of a Callum Newman guy, to be 100% honest. Um, and I mean, to be fair, I haven't really seen much of his work.
Yeah.
I've seen a little bit of it. Not really too big on the dude. He also lacks a lot of personality for me. I think that's one of the big turnoffs for me. But Newman, from what I understand, he has this like beef with Will Ospreay now. Ever since Will Ospreay turned to the Death Riders for help, so I actually think. Again, for as much as I'm not a Callum Newman guy, I actually think this would have played really fucking well into the Will Ospreay and you know, John Moxley's story with Callum Newman kind of being in there. I think that actually would have been a pretty nice touch to kind of further again the tension between Ospreay and Newman. So the fact that this didn't happen actually does suck because this is actually this is like one of the only times you could have got something from a New Japan versus AEW match that made sense and
That
fucking
truly
actually
mattered.
played into story. And of course, the one time Newman's hurt, so they're not able to do it. So that sucks. But you know, at the end of the day, you know, I think they made the best with what they had. So yeah,
I think they did. I think they did. I like the Bandito match we got overall. I'm not a big, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not a big Callum Newman guy.
really.
I haven't seen a lot of his stuff, but like he kind of feels like I feel like he might end up being like a David Finlay, where he doesn't really work out in New Japan, but I feel like if he goes to an American company, he would be better, if that makes sense. I feel like he doesn't have, you gotta have insane personality to have personality in New Japan. And look at David Finlay. He's got personality from what we've seen in AEW. He just didn't have breakout in New Japan personality, if that makes sense, man. I feel like Callum Newman might be in that ballpark, or he's just a Will Ospreay light. I don't really know what it is, man. But either way, I think that this is really unfortunate because that story really would have panned out perfectly if Moxley got to face him. Now you could switch it up and do a thing where maybe you could have on Dynamite Moxley reference Callum Newman's injury to Will Ospreay and be like, look, look what happened to your buddy, man. He got hurt and you came back from an injury. Brutal match. You're not hurt, and you got All In coming up. Maybe like like kind of throw shots at Callum Newman, something like that. You could do something like that. I think you would be cool, man. But either way, that match I think would have worked out, and I think the story really would have made sense. That's very unfortunate circumstances that happened. I didn't hear that he got stripped of the title, so I don't think the injury is too bad, which is good. So hopefully everything works out for him.
Yeah, for sure. I'm surprised we didn't see any of the other
Fucking
what's their name?
7
United
of them.
Empire guys on the I couldn't remember the name of the group. I'm surprised we didn't see any of the other guys, bro. Why are you laughing, bro?
That group is so weak.
No, bro, they got some good names, bro. I was excited to hear, bro. That
Listen,
one Dynamite, bro. Excalibur was killing me saying their names, bro. Hanare and Francesca Akira. Come on, bro. I was excited to see Hanare and Francesca Akira, man. I was excited.
you know what's so funny? I probably couldn't put faces to names besides Callum Newman at this point because I know he looks like Will Ospreay. The rest of them, genuinely, probably couldn't put names to faces.
Oh, come on, man. I could put names and faces with Hanare and Francesca Akira. But look,
You
man.
Jeff Cobb back in that group.
Yeah, that's probably where they're headed, to be honest. But, uh, yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, overall, I am shocked that we didn't see any of the other members. But again, they probably don't see them as valuable as they see they probably only at least from I mean look, we only seen United Empire when they were with Will Ospreay, and I feel like Tony is interested in Callum Newman. I don't think he's interested in the rest of the group unless Callum Newman's there. I
I
think.
think so too. I think so. I mean, I wouldn't blame him. I'm not really interested in any of them
Yeah, I'm
to
not either.
begin with, unless it was for Will Ospreay. I'd really be interested in any of them. But I get the Ospreay connection. So Diet Ospreay makes sense.
Come on, bro.
Okay, bro. I lost David Finlay. He's actually good now. I need a new joke to joke about. So Callum Newman is
It's
my
just
new joke.
it's so perfect though, bro. He literally looks like
He
he just
looks like a little.
yes, dude. It looks like those he looks like he looks like those kids that don't look anything like John Cena, but they'll dress up as John Cena for
Yes.
Halloween, you know what I
Oh,
mean? But they really think they're him. And it's like, man, he literally just looks like he just stole fucking clothes out of Will Ospreay's shit, and he doesn't. And he thinks he's Will,
he's a
but he
bad.
looks nothing like him. It's so bad, dude. Again,
You talk about me.
uh,
You talk
it,
about so bad.
man, it's oh, it's so bad. It really is, bro. It really is. It was for as much as I say Kyle Fletcher looks like Sid, at least he went from Toy Story. At
He's
least he
got
went with a new gear and a new look. You
yeah.
know, he shaved the head because he had the same kind of shit on him, bro. He did.
He did, exactly, but now he's got, like he does all the pink now, and he always has, like, very cool, like, big collared attires. You could tell when something's a Kyle Fletcher attire now, and,
Yeah.
like, that's the goal, man. He shaved his head. He's always wearing, like, some entrance gear glasses. He's got the entrance gear and shit down, man. He made himself truly different from Will Ospreay, man. Callum Newman, he's Diet Will Ospreay, bro. He is. He's dead ass. You know, like you watch like the first Captain America movie, and they edit Chris Evans to look skinny and younger in the first half of the movie. That's what he looks like, bro.
Oh
He looks
man.
like the edited CGI skinny fucking Captain America, bro. He's like,
This guy, this
like,
guy,
come
this
on.
guy's so mean to Callum Newman, bro.
That
Golly.
boss David Finley. I actually like David Finley now, bro. I need a new fucking joke. I need one. I always need a ribbon guy.
Come on, man. Um, according to the U.S. Trademark Office, AEW has filed for the trademark Death's Door, which I'm assuming, and obviously I think we all know at this point, this is going to be the name of that circular cage match that they did at Forbidden Door this year. Obviously, they did it 2 years ago. They just called it a steel cage match. And, this year they just called it a steel cage match as well. But then when we got to the pay per view, they were saying, the participants are entering Death's Door. So I think it's a really cool name. The Death Store match, I think, is a really cool name for the match. I think it makes sense, and I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. So, seal of approval for me. And again, it was just something that felt organic.
It did. It felt really organic. It didn't feel forced. It didn't really feel like they were trying to like shove this, look at this new match type in your face, man. It felt really organic. The structure actually looks and feels cool, and it has a cool function. And I like it. I like the name. I like the function, and I like that they are going to use this as their, custom steel cage match essentially to keep in their pocket for the future, man. And I like that. My only word of advice: don't try to overuse it, and just use it when it matters, man. Use it when it matters, man. And please don't make it a yearly thing. I really think they are. I really think they are going to make it a yearly thing for Forbidden Door or something, man. But if you can, don't, and just keep it in your pocket like WWE should be doing with the Hell in a Cell. Keep it in your pocket.
100%. Um, I definitely think that they will be
Yeah, it's going to be a
making this.
tradition.
Yeah, it's gonna be a tradition. Um, Yeah, at this point, honestly, it doesn't
Hey, it's
really.
expected.
It doesn't bother. It doesn't bother me because it's expected. I wish they wouldn't do it. Um, but at this point, as wrestling fans, we definitely got to condition ourselves to, again, every, what would that be now, July we have a Death's Door. Every February we got the Chamber. Every November we got War Games. Every
Too many now.
yeah, yes, it gets to a point where it definitely it is gonna become too many. But at the end of the day, we just gotta buckle up because it ain't going anywhere. And they for damn sure are I don't think they're listening to us one bit for the tradition advice. But I think Sir K just heard the thunder outside. We got some thunderstorms here in the Shy, and now he's frozen. So wow, he says he lost power. I just got the text from Sir K. He says he's lost power. Uh-oh. Dang. The failed to start camera. Yikes. Jeez. Wow. That's not good. Um, but, eek. That's not good. I don't know if we're going to end up getting him back. Hopefully I'm not fucking next. Yeah. Says he lost power. For now, we're going to continue with this show. Let me just text him real quick. do we go from 90-degree weather earlier in the day, and now we're sitting on some thunderstorms? Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Yes, but his power is still out. I told him to let me know if it comes back. So we're gonna continue the show here. In the meantime, let me do some rearranging here. All right, you guys are stuck with just me now. So yes, Death's Door is the name of the AEW circular cage match that we've seen. And that's everything for AEW, man. That is everything for AEW as we got that's the conclusion of the AEW stories today. So now we're going to move on to the WWE stories. But before we get on to all that, we got a word from our sponsor here at NHP. We have a word from none other than W Energy, man. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase. So with that, thank you and shout out to the great people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP. All right, man. So let's see. Oh God, what do we got here for WWE? Oh, wow. Holy shit. So, I'm getting word Sir Kay had a whole entire tree. He literally, he just sent me a photo. He has a hole in the whole fucking tree that's in the front of his house has fallen over, and it's literally laying in his front yard. He says it just missed the house, so thankfully it missed the house and everybody's okay. But holy fuck, that is insane. That is insane. But geez, that's crazy, man. But he is okay. He is okay. Wow. So, jeez. All right, man. WWE. Let's see what we got for WWE today. Actually, well, I guess we could start you guys off with. I guess this is out of WWE, but coming into WWE stories. Starting off with TNA. TNA, man. TNA, according to Fightful, Eric Young. Oh, when's the last time we brought him up on here? Eric Young has asked for his release from TNA Impact. WWE sources, Eric Young was released from TNA. TNA says, we have come to terms on the release of Eric Young. Then it's being reported that Eric Young asked for his release from TNA Impact. WWE sources spoken to expect Young to go back to WWE, but the role was unclear. Since then, we've heard that WWE is expected to bring Eric Young in as a PC coach in September. So, TNA says that they've come to terms on the release of Eric Young. And Eric Young apparently asked for his release, man. I wonder if he's, in an outcry. I wonder if he's tweeting at TNA, telling TNA, hey, you guys didn't come to terms on my release. I asked for my release. And the OGs know the real story. They know the lore here with NHP and Eric Young. A couple of years ago, he got pissed off at us because when he got released from WWE, I put in the thumbnail, WWE releases Eric Young. He got mad. He said, no, they didn't release me. I asked for it. Am I fucking crazy? Or are both considered a release? Whether it was granted or whether you didn't ask for it, it's still a release. I don't fucking know. Again, bringing up some old stuff here, but you know, I wonder if he's getting mad at TNA because literally, I'm looking at it right now. The TNA Impact put out a statement and they said they came to terms on the release of Eric Young. So again, man, I'm just wondering, was Eric Young tweeting at them, telling them, you know, you guys didn't release me. I released me. Basically what he told us, man. Who gives a shit? I don't really care if he goes to the Performance Center. I don't care if he fucking, I don't care if he's on Raw or SmackDown. You know what I mean? He's probably just going to go back to jobbing again like he was fucking before. NXT days are over, buddy. Sorry, man. But yeah, good luck to Eric Young. I hope, you know, maybe, I hope that, you know, TNA's PR department is ready for his outcry. Oh, okay. Logan says he's not released because he asked for his release. Got it. I got it, man. All right. So TNA didn't come to the terms on the release of Eric Young. Eric Young came to the terms on the release of Eric Young. So, yeah, I don't know. Guy's kind of a mark for himself, so you know he can he can cry me a river. He can cry me a river, and he can actually cry the river to TNA's social media department. You know, or whoever put out this statement, man. But, you know, again, he didn't get released from TNA, guys. He asked for it. You know what I mean? So it's not a release anymore. It's a granted release. But I digress. Eric Young going back to WWE to be a coach. Yeah, from what I seen, you know, TV wasn't really working for him, and in TNA anyway, man. So, yeah. Hopefully, him and his scratchy voice can fucking teach people how to wrestle. Speaking of TNA as well, somebody who's actually good in TNA, Mike Santana. Mike Santana, according to PW Insider, has finished up with TNA following his loss to Nick Nemeth at Slammiversary. So, and also there is interest from WWE, as has been reported on in the past. Mike Santana finishing up with finished up with TNA. I believe he dropped the TNA championship to Nick Nemeth at their at Slammiversary here. So he did drop the championship to him, which obviously only points to one thing. We say it all the time, bro. Mike Santana is everything that WWE thinks that Damian Priest is, which is good. So and tough, and actually from the fucking streets, actually from the Bronx. But I digress. Mike Santana, I'm excited to see the guy in WWE, man. I've been a big fan of his for years. Very, very upset with the way AEW treated the guy. You know, when he was in the company, you know what I mean? They broke. It was so weird. They like broke him and Ortiz up, and then they did the feud, and then they didn't do anything with him afterwards, and he ended up getting let go. And completely reinvented himself. The dude's going to be an absolute star if WWE goes about it the right way, and I'm super pumped to see what they're going to do with him. I think they're going to put him in NXT first, but sooner rather than later, hopefully he will be on the main roster doing his thing, man. So, yeah. So Mike Santana is more than likely headed over to WWE as he finishes up with TNA. Speaking of more finishing up, even though this is genuinely like the 7th time we've heard this, according to Fightful, Baron Corbin has reportedly finished up with MLW and is set to return to the WWE. I think Corbin himself, I think Corbin himself even tweeted out, like, didn't we go over this a month ago? Which I honestly, before I even seen his tweet, I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing. I was like, didn't we already hear that he was finishing up with MLW or whatever? And it seems again like Baron Corbin is finishing up with MLW and is headed back to WWE. Either way, I don't know if their timing's off. I don't know. Again, apparently we're, this what's being reported apparently is just being reported too early. Either way, I think that Baron Corbin is headed back to WWE. I honestly think whoever's reporting this probably just got a really early scoop on it. And again, he probably told him a while ago and gave him more than, long enough to, write him off, maybe stick around. Either way, I do believe he's headed back to WWE. Where there's smoke, there's fire. We've been hearing about this for a long time, and I do think he is headed back. And obviously, there's all the rumors of, Danhausen's going to bring him back, and obviously on SmackDown, there's the guy under the curtain. A lot of people think it's going to be Baron Corbin. That is a shit way to bring him back, I think. You're going to have Danhausen revive him as if he was dead. His character was dead. He wasn't dead. But I don't know. That is the just most corny WWE way to bring him back. But either way, I think Baron Corbin is headed back. I would really like to see Burn the Ships Baron Corbin, or Lone Wolf Baron Corbin, coming out on a fucking motorcycle. I would like to see that version of him. Will we see that version of him? Remains to be seen. But either way, I do have a bad feeling that we are going to get the Danhausen return that everybody's kind of been thinking of. So there's that. And lastly, for returns in WWE, Enzo and Cass. Now, obviously, I just said where there's smoke, there's fire, and we've been kind of hearing their names for a little bit floating around. According to Fightful, Big Bill's AEW contract is expiring over the next week, and he has given notice to them that he plans to return to the WWE. He is expected to be joined by his tag team partner, Enzo Amore. So we're going to get to see the return of Enzo and Cass. Where this happens, I know they're from New York. Obviously, they're both New Yorkers. They do got this show in MSG coming up. They got this show in MSG coming up, this Saturday night's main event, because Danhausen, he helped the Knicks win the championship. So they're doing a show, I guess, to commemorate the savior of the Knicks, fucking Danhausen. Maybe they return there. Maybe they save him for SummerSlam, which is pretty much at the end of this month, early next month. So maybe they save them for SummerSlam. Or again, earliest we see them, like I said, could very well be that MSG show, which obviously, like I said, they're both from there, so it would make sense to do it there. And yeah, but honestly, as for Big Bill, I think this was the best case scenario. What would you rather do? Would you rather be back with Enzo Amore, an act that was actually over? And yes, maybe your your old tag team partner maybe isn't as good as a wrestler in between the ropes as your current one, Brian Keith. Or you could stick with Brian Keith and you can be the Big Apple, or the Bad Apple and the Redwood, I think they were in AEW. I'm gonna take my chips and go back to WWE and be with Enzo. Thank you very much. That act was going nowhere. It seemed like they liked Big Bill, but I don't think Tony liked him enough to use him, to be honest. And I overall think that's why he's going back to WWE again. Enzo and Cass was such an over and such a beloved act on the show. I think he would be I think he would be foolish with an opportunity like this on the table to pass it up, personally. So I'm very excited for Enzo and Cass. Very scared for Enzo and Cass in that same breath. I am very scared for how WWE is going to book them. But the part that kind of eases my worries is the fact that WWE does love acts that are catchphrases and they sell a ton of merch. And Enzo and Cass is actually an act that, you know, has a lot of catchphrases and they're actually over and they're actually pretty cool. And, you know, I like it. So I think it works. But obviously, there's always going to be that fear, especially coming back in today's era of WWE where Triple H could just fuck him up, which is a very Triple H thing to do. Yeah, but Big Bill's coming back to WWE. Don't blame him at all, and I'm very excited to see the return of Enzo and Cass, and hopefully they can finally get those oh so elusive tag team championships that they've never, ever won. So hope so. Fingers crossed. Speaking of in-ring returns, this isn't necessarily a return to the company, but an in-ring return nonetheless. SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis. This is interesting. WrestleVotes is reporting the idea of Nick Aldis returning to the ring has been floated around on multiple occasions. The idea dates back to more than a year when the idea of a program between Aldis and Solo Sikoa was proposed and had gained considerable traction internally. With that, regarding the Nick Aldis and Gunther angle, on the WWE Night of Champions post-show on June 27th, there has been significant internal discussions regarding an in-ring program between Nick Aldis and Gunther. Gonna be completely honest with you guys, I'm very shocked Nick Aldis even made it this long still as the GM of SmackDown. He was obviously wrestling, you know, before he came into WWE, and obviously to this day, he keeps himself in very good shape. So I really, when they brought him in as SmackDown GM, I thought he would maybe be the GM for, you know, a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Because I want to say they brought him in after, was it Mania 39 or Mania 40? I want to say it was, let's see. Okay, so he was brought in October of 2023. So again, I thought, yeah, that was maybe 6 months after Mania 39. So again, I thought maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years. We're going on 3 years with Nick Aldis as a SmackDown GM. And again, I am surprised he made it this long. He keeps himself in fantastic shape. So I really thought by now he would be wrestling. I honestly thought the only reason they put him as GM was because coming in, you know, he would have been like, to a lot of, I guess, the casual viewers, he would have been like pretty much an unknown. A lot of people, a lot of hardcore fans know him. A lot of casual fans I don't really think would have known him as well. And I thought at the time the only reason they did that was to get him familiar with, you know, just get him familiar with the audience, have him start beef with, you know, multiple talents across the show, which I remember we seen at the time with Roman Reigns. He didn't really like Roman Reigns at the time on television. And here we are 3 years later, and he still has yet to, lace the boots in WWE. So he was being thought for a program with Solo. That sounds terrible. I don't know anybody that, quite frankly, wanted to see Solo Sikoa versus Nick Aldis. I mean, I guess they had story there, but match-wise, I can't say that was really the most flattering. Oh, Logan, just wait, it gets better. It definitely gets better. As for Gunther, the Gunther stuff does intrigue me. However, definitely don't like the disservice they did Drew, because I thought the most intriguing story, if you weren't going to do Aldis versus Roman, which, was years and years ago, you definitely sailed the ship on that one. The most intriguing thing you've done with Nick Aldis up until this point is Drew. You know what I mean? They had history together. Drew was bringing up his son, and then also you did have the stuff with Aldis and Orton, which was good or whatever. But the Drew stuff, for me, was the most, like, in your face, like, okay, this is something that I actually would be interested in seeing. McIntyre versus Aldis. I would actually be interested in seeing that. However, Drew went away. Doesn't seem like he's coming back. Now they're doing this with Gunther. I wonder if this was maybe the original thought for what they were going to do with McIntyre, and now they're giving the slot to Gunther, or are they? Because, according to the Observer, Gunther is currently planned for a SummerSlam match against Royce Keys. Please, for the love of everything holy, who wants to see that? Where does that come from? You mean to tell me Royce Keys has been on and off beefing with the Bloodline and all this other shit to have a SummerSlam match against Gunther? What sense does that make? Where does that match come from? Whatsoever. Whatso fucking ever. Where does that come from? Gunther and Royce Keys. So I guess that just leaves Nick Aldis off the table now? Even though, because I don't see them doing Aldis versus Solo, and it even says that was old. Obviously, Drew's not coming back. You can't do that. Gunther and Nick Aldis, I guess if you were going to do something there, that's the most intriguing option on the table. Again, I feel sorry for Drew, but, if he's not around, he obviously can't do the match. And then that, Gunther and Royce Keys. Again, this guy has been on and off beefing with the Bloodline. I want to say the only interaction he's had with Gunther was to get a number one contender match for the WWE, or was in a number one contendership match for the WWE title, which Royce ended up losing. Who is asking for Gunther Keys 2? Who is that for? It's not for me. I don't think it's for any of you guys. I don't fucking care to see that match at all. I don't. Maybe they could pull something interesting out the hat, but again, it doesn't really jump off the page to me. So, I don't know, man, but a lot of things going around here. Nick Aldis, Gunther, Royce Keys. If it was up, the things that make the most sense to me probably would be Solo Sikoa versus Royce Keys, and then Nick Aldis versus Gunther, if you wanted to go that route. But again, it doesn't even look like they want to go that route with Solo. It looks like they want to go the Bloodline route with Solo. I don't even know at this point. This is just all so up in the air. Honestly, what I can see WWE going with, I think Nick Aldis isn't going to get a match. I think this is going to continue to snowball, and they're just going to continue to kind of, tease things with him, and never use him. Solo is more than likely going to go do some Bloodline related stuff at SummerSlam, probably against Jacob. And I actually see Gunther and Royce Keys being something that actually may be the case. Which again, maybe they could do something interesting there, but again, it's not something that jumps off the page to me immediately as, oh my god, this is a SummerSlam match. This is maybe a WrestlePalooza match. This is maybe a Crown Jewel match. This is a King of the Ring first round match. I don't know. To me, not really jumping off the page. Not really jumping off the page to me. As something SummerSlam worthy. Speaking of SummerSlam, Rhea Ripley. According to the Observer, prior to Rhea Ripley's injury, Ripley was reportedly planned to defend the WWE Women's Championship against either Jacy Jayne or Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. Now this one I'm not too mad at. Honestly, the most WWE thing to do is give us another Jade rematch, because they love selling their WrestleMania rematches at SummerSlam. That would be a very WWE thing to do. I've kind of wondered what happened to Jacy Jayne since she got called up. I mean, she got called up. We heard nothing but great things about her. And then she disappeared. And she, or I guess not disappeared, but she disappeared out of like the limelight in SmackDown. She was toxic, or what do they call Fatal Influence was feuding with Rhea Ripley and Charlotte and Alexa when they got called up, and then again, it just seemed like they kind of took them away from the bigger names on SmackDown and kind of halted their momentum for absolutely no reason. I would like to see Jacy Jayne versus Rhea Ripley, and I wouldn't even mind Alexa Bliss versus Rhea Ripley. I can't think of the last time Alexa Bliss has been in like a big one-on-one singles title match for a championship on pay-per-view. And I would be fine with that. It says prior to Rhea Ripley's injury, but Rhea still hasn't vacated the title, unless they filmed something on SmackDown that I missed or didn't see in the spoils. But again, for me, honestly, these two options aren't really bad, and I do like the idea of either of them personally. So I don't really mind here again, as long as it wasn't another Jade match or just something with the same women we always see. Again, like I said, Alexa Bliss hasn't really been she's been in a tag team for a long time, and Jacy Jayne's a newer called up talent. So I honestly would be fine with either of those, and I think those would be pretty interesting. So yeah. Those are the plans for Rhea Ripley for SummerSlam. Should she make it back in time? Hopefully she is able to. So, yeah, there you go. Speaking of pay-per-views, man, ESPN. According to WrestleVotes, ESPN had approached WWE about adding another match or two to Night of Champions that was held this past June, June 27th to be exact, as a way to bolster the paid standalone promotion that streams on ESPN+. The first free hour airing on ESPN is expected to remain in place at least through the fall of this year. Just when we think WWE did something good. Oh man, look at Triple H, man. He finally added 6 matches on the card, man. He's finally starting to get the hang of it. Come to find out, it was never his idea, and it was fucking ESPN asking. Which, I guess I shouldn't even really give props. I guess I shouldn't give too much props to Triple H, because the other matches that he put on Night of Champions, I don't know what he was thinking. Trick Williams versus Ricky Starks was not good. Jade versus Tiffany was not good. I mean, seriously, you finally add a couple more matches onto the card, and then we end up finding out it's not even because of you. So ESPN is sticking up for the fans more than Triple H is, apparently. What is this guy doing? What is this guy doing? It took ESPN to let you know, hey, maybe you should put more on the card. And then you put more on the card and it's absolutely two of the fucking worst sounding matches you could possibly get. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? It's ESPN the whole time. Come on, Paul. What the fuck are you thinking? Golly. So, yes. What do we always say, man? 9 times out of 10, it's Triple H himself that every time he does something good, we end up finding out it wasn't even him. We always praise Triple H for WrestleMania 39. WrestleMania 39 was so awesome. Come to find out, Vince was fucking still in charge at the time. Now, granted, did Triple H put a lot of things in place that Vince probably wouldn't have? Yes. WrestleMania 40. It's a lot of people's favorite WrestleMania. At least in the modern era. We ended up coming to find out Vince was still in charge then. What is this guy responsible for? Golly. What up, Durante? How are you, brother? Thank you for joining us, man. Sir K is okay. Sir K, he was here in the beginning, and then a tree completely fell in his front yard, man. It took out his power. So I guess Paul Levesque didn't, the wrestling gods and Paul Levesque didn't want to hear what he had to say, man. Maybe Eric Young didn't want to hear what he had to say about him. Oh, God. Triple H so incompetent, bro. Making me yawn out here. All right, man. Speaking of Triple H's incompetence, the Vision. What's going to happen with the Vision? According to WrestleVotes, some within WWE believe the Vision could continue for the foreseeable future, but only if it's reimagined, including changes to the members. However, there are those within WWE that believe the group has ran its course and it's time to let the pieces fall where they may. Regardless of the Vision's future as a group, Paul Heyman is positioned to remain aligned with Braun Breaker. The pairing is viewed as an important part of Breaker's overall presentation. I've been saying it for a minute. The Vision, even at full strength, the group just looks and acts terrible around each other. They do. At full strength, the current Vision that you had was Logan Paul, Austin Theory, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Paul Heyman. They act terrible. They do not act. Logan Paul does not match with the Bronze. Austin Theory does not belong in the group at all. This dude is a babyface. I don't know how fucking long you need to take to understand Austin Theory is not a heel. He's not. He's a likable guy, and at least from everything I see on social media, he seems like a good dude. He seems like a good dude, and again, he seems like a very likable guy. And this dude has never even on the main roster been given a shot to do babyface work. Logan Paul, and so if you get Austin Theory out as a babyface, Logan Paul with the Bronze does not match in the slightest. Not in the slightest. If you want to put Logan Paul in like a tag team with somebody that makes sense, not really doing anything with Grayson Waller. Those two, like their characters, maybe seem like they can fit with each other. They're both cocky heels. You know what I mean? Grayson Waller, once upon a time, had like the social media clicks. He'll do anything for clicks gimmick. He wants to go viral, right? He once upon a time had that gimmick. Logan Paul, again, could maybe do something there, even though I kind of think Grayson Waller is next to go on the chopping block. And I'll tell you what, if you even think about putting Austin Theory on that chopping block, man, that is going to go down as one of WWE's biggest fumbles in modern history, man. It really, really is. If they do Austin Theory like that, and then that leaves the Bronze. Personally, I would be okay if the Bronze split but didn't turn on each other. I think you can keep those guys as allies if you really kind of wanted to get rid of the whole Vision group as a whole. But overall, I would completely, I would have them kick Austin Theory out, and I would turn Austin Theory babyface. I would have them kick Logan Paul out and have Logan Paul continue as a heel. And I would keep the Bronze together. I would keep the Bronze together and have the Bronze be managed by Paul Heyman. Those guys are so badass together, and when they were together, like when Rollins was out of the picture, like last year when he got hurt, during the real injury or during the fake injury, it was truly enjoyable work, and Paul Heyman genuinely looked like he really enjoyed working with those guys. And again, then we seen the addition of Logan Paul, and he was supposed to be temporary, but then they kept him. And then Austin Theory came in, and everybody was pretty optimistic about that. And then the group just didn't work. It just didn't work. None of the guys matched each other. There is no reason for their characters, for either of the Bronze, to be hanging around Logan Paul. There is just there's no reason for that at all whatsoever. So that was something I was never really a fan of whatsoever. And again, if you're asking me, the way I would do it, Austin Theory goes babyface, Logan Paul just gets kicked out of the group, and the Bronze stay together and stay with Paul Heyman. I think that's your very best bet. As you know, as a way to take the Vision, because I just don't think the group, the way it stands, is really a group that anybody is intrigued with. Which I gotta say, if they end up breaking up already, I gotta give them kudos, because they did it a hell of a lot faster than the Judgment Day. Even though the Judgment Day, you can say a lot of things about the Judgment Day, at least the characters in the group do have chemistry with one another. You can't say that for the Vision, except for the Bronze. So yeah, there you go. That is the news on the Vision and Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman staying together, or at least WWE being adamant that at least those guys stay together. So that's the news on that. Ilya Dragunov. My boy Dragunov, bro. Where is my guy? Honestly, man. Where the fuck is Ilya Dragunov? What are we doing? Well, the report doesn't get much better. According to The Observer, Ilya Dragunov is expected to be back on WWE TV sooner rather than later. Sooner rather than later. This guy has been off TV for 3 months. For no reason already. 3 months. Sooner rather than later. I fucking certainly hope so, Dave. They say he's been missing from WWE TV since the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, the SmackDown before WrestleMania. Since then, you have made time for the Gingerbread Man. You have made time for Jade Cargill and the Be Fabulous group. You have made time for the MFT struggle from within. You have made time for Royce Keys to be the fucking honorary oos of the MFTs. You have made time for 2 boring, pointless Cody Rhodes world title feuds with Gunther, with Sami. This is what you made time for. This is everything you made time for since the last time we've seen Ilya Dragunov. And he's going to be on TV sooner rather than later. I fucking hope so. But I have no faith. Why do I have no faith? Because the last thing we heard about Ilya Dragunov is that WWE does not value him as a top guy, and all they see is him as an interchangeable mid-carder. How is that supposed to give anybody any kind of motivation to work towards that if you've done nothing wrong and the company has lost faith in you for no reason? This dude is a stud, man. This dude is an absolute stud, and you've done nothing with him since you've called him up 2 years ago. Guy's sitting off television for what? For what? It's not like I'll at least give you the benefit of the doubt if you're putting on some earth-shattering television on SmackDown. I get it. Maybe you just don't have time for everybody. Because we're putting on good TV, at least people are getting used in the meantime. SmackDown is in shambles. And you couldn't think of anything for the past 3 months to do with this guy Dragunov? He's going to be back sooner rather than later. I certainly fucking hope so. But again, even then, I don't really have any faith. I feel like he's just going to come back and he's just going to be one of those guys that they know they could put in a big match to lose. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. They could put him in a match that people want to see. Oh, well, we can give people the Gunther match and he could lose. He's a guy that can lose the Trick because we want to, boost Trick up. Which, again, I'm sorry. I like Trick. This guy can fucking wrestle a million circles around him. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. WrestleMania was 3 months ago, bro. I'm sorry. At this point, 4. 3.5. Yes, Durante. Johnny Gargano is still laying down on tables. He's laying down on production crates. He's laying down on whatever he can find. He is still depressed. I thought when they did that Johnny Gargano depressed gimmick, when he got to stand and deliver against Miles Bourne, I finally thought, going back down to NXT was going to be the part in the story where he realized who he was again. No, he lost and just went back to being depressed. Don't even get me started on Candice. One of the absolute, literally an indie legend. All she's ever been known for is Johnny Gargano's wife. And Johnny Gargano is known on the main roster as the guy who is depressed and lays on a crate. The same guy who has some of my favorite matches in wrestling history is depressed and has been laying on a crate for, since Ciampa left? What is it, going on 3-4 months now? When are you going to do anything but stall, Triple H? When? When are you going to do something with somebody? I would love an answer. CM Punk. Well, according to Uncle Dave, there has been minor issues between WWE and CM Punk, stemming from his World Heavyweight Championship loss at WrestleMania. According to WrestleVote, CM Punk is still expected to return to WWE TV this coming Monday on Raw in Chicago. It's been reported that for some time, the plan is for CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. I'll say this. If we only get it at SummerSlam, I'll be okay with that. Just thankful that it's not on the Mania card. But in saying that, I think there's a big possibility they do both. I think there's a big possibility they do a SummerSlam match, maybe do a match in between, and then they finally blow this thing off at WrestleMania with these two. As for the report of there being minor issues between WWE and CM Punk, I could see it. I said in the build to WrestleMania that I said in the build to WrestleMania, just the way Punk was acting was very off. He seemed very irritated. He seemed like half the time he didn't really want to be there. He said that, or he just kind of like looked. He kind of just looked again. He looked like he didn't want to be there, man. He looked like, he wanted to come in, do a job, and go home. He didn't. It looked like he didn't really care to do anything inspiring. He had the Roman Reigns stuff, and there was the whole conspiracy behind that of CM Punk was the one who was being able to throw shots at Roman Reigns, but Roman Reigns wasn't able to throw the shots back at him. So there was that whole thing there. It seemed to me like he knew he was losing the title, and he was maybe a little salty that Roman Reigns was going to appear better than him. On the show. That's what it looked like to me. I believe there were minor issues. I don't think any of these issues were major. I really don't. I do think there maybe was minor issues there, though, of maybe the company maybe showed a little bit more favoritism towards Roman Reigns. Maybe Punk didn't like that. I could see that as well. There was definitely something going on. You can't tell me there wasn't anything going on. It just, the build to Mania just was off. It was very off with CM Punk. I will say that. And he had a very good world title reign. But again, it was that program itself. The promos to me just felt there was just something very off about it. But in saying that, Punk's return. Oh man. Punk versus Cody at SummerSlam. You can't tell me that's not going to be for the WWE Championship, bro. I just have the worst feeling that CM Punk and Cody Rhodes are going to fight for the WWE Championship, man. I really have a bad feeling Cody Rhodes is going to win that championship back on Monday from Sami Zayn, and CM Punk is going to confront him after and be first in line for the championship going into SummerSlam. I just have a terrible feeling, and Sami Zayn's going to get screwed, bro, and I'm telling you, man, that is going to set the fucking internet ablaze come Monday, bro. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee it. But yeah, that is the news with CM Punk and WWE having a little bit of heat, I guess, for stemming from his world title loss. Again, could be true, could be false. Personally, I do think there's a little bit of minor heat there. I don't think it's anything major. I definitely just think I think there's a little bit. There's something going on there. There's something going on there. A little bit of minor heat, I definitely think is the best way to put it. But yeah, that's the news for CM Punk and his issues with WWE, as well as his SummerSlam showdown that nobody asked for with Cody Rhodes. Yes, Durante, it is Bummer Slam at this point. So, the Bloodline. According to False Finish, the Bloodline story is reportedly expected to continue past WrestleMania 43 next year. No. No way. Um, how did anybody not expect this coming, bro? Especially the way WWE's been going with it. It looks like, obviously we heard last week the whole stuff with Zilla. Jacob's in the group. The Usos are in the group. They're Roman Reigns shooters again. They're probably going to get Solo back in the group. Knowing WWE, they're going to fucking get Tall and Small Tonga to come over, and they're going to be in the group. The way it looks is that they're going to form a Bloodline super group. Knowing them, knowing the way this is going, that's the way it's looking. And man, I was all on board for this after WrestleMania. I said, this could be a really cool story if they do it right. You guys have heard us. We sound like a broken record at this point. They could get Jacob in there, but the Usos don't really want Jacob in there. So maybe they join the group to kind of inch him out from within. Or if I had it my way, they would just be on the outside looking in, trying to get Jacob out of there. And then this whole thing ends up imploding or whatever. But what do they go and do? They make the Usos Roman Reigns shooters again. No character development. Nothing there. And then now you want to add Solo back in the group. Way to get uncreative and lazy. Again, you guys have heard me say it a million times. And I, doing what I felt was the right thing, wanted to give this storyline a chance when it first happened, because I love the work the Bloodline does. I think again, when given good creative, I think they're the fucking absolute best at what they do. My favorite faction of all time, personally, man, at least from that 2022 era. And what do they go and do? They go and rinse and repeat damn near everything they've fucking done before, where Roman Reigns is just power hungry, trying to get everybody to fall in line again. No character development. It is absolutely fucking terrible. It is absolutely terrible the way they've went about this, and it's expected to continue past WrestleMania 43 next year. Doesn't shock me. Doesn't shock me at all. I think WWE's probably going to ride this thing out until the Bloodline is universally fucking hated in the wrestling business, man. Knowing them, they like to absolutely beat the dead horse with everything they do these days. And it doesn't shock me. It doesn't shock me. And it's going to go past WrestleMania 43. Who knows where it'll be in a year from now? Who knows where it'll be past WrestleMania 43? All I can ask for is they start making things make sense and making things again have cohesion. But from what they've showed me up until this point, they failed to do so, which is why the continuation of the Bloodline story does kind of scare me, because I do not want it to ruin what once was such a beautiful fucking legacy they had going, man, from that original era of the Bloodline, man, up until now. So I hope they don't fuck it up, but knowing WWE, that is kind of what they do best. So yes, the Bloodline story is continuing past WrestleMania 43, as, speaking of the Bloodline, their leader, Roman Reigns. According to the Observer, the plan was always for Obafemi to win King of the Ring and turn down his title shot for a Roman Reigns match at SummerSlam for a Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam. The idea behind this was to make Femi versus Reigns as big as possible. What? Don't tell me you want to make this match as big as possible because you're going to make Obafemi hold that crown all the way till WrestleMania 43. Because if you want to make it as big as possible, the only other show that's like big as SummerSlam is Mania. Are you going to, unless WWE pulls the, WrestlePalooza is like another WrestleMania, unless they do something like that, which could be the case, knowing them. But I'm telling you, bro, if they have Obafemi hold that King of the Ring crown until WrestleMania, you should have just fucking had the guy win Money in the Bank. And you should have had CM Punk win King of the Ring if he was just going to go on to face Cody for the fucking belt anyway at SummerSlam. Or you should have had Seth, as much as I would have hated it, win King of the Ring if he was just going to get a SummerSlam world title match. Obafemi. You want to make Obafemi versus Roman Reigns as big as possible, so you nix it from SummerSlam? Your, at least from what they say, their second biggest show of the year? How does that make any sense? Explain to me how that makes any fucking sense. Which again, unless they have Obafemi hold the crown until WrestleMania. Which again, why didn't you just have him win Money in the Bank if he was just going to get the title shot as far along as he pleases? Or you could have him win. You could have, I don't fucking know, had him win the Royal Rumble next year. That would have been a pretty dope stat for Oba. Makes no sense how you have a guy win King of the Ring just to ultimately say, well, I know I'm owed a title shot at SummerSlam, but I don't want it. What do you mean you don't want it? You want it whenever. Well, Oba, what if Roman's not the champion? Isn't that the match you wanted? Didn't you say the OTC can get some? This is the match you wanted. Yes, like Logan says, it didn't make the match look as big as possible. It made Oba look stupid. You want to make the match as big as possible, so let's cancel it from SummerSlam. That's like saying, oh, we want Roman and Rock. Okay, we're going to do it. We want it as big as possible. Let's cancel it for WrestleMania. It's essentially what you did here to Obafemi. How fucking ridiculous. How much does this company, I swear they love it, how much does this company love making complete asses out of themselves? Was always the plan. So why did he win King of the Ring? They're holding off to make the match as big as possible. Does that mean WrestleMania? Which again, also in saying that, is Oba still a backup plan for WrestleMania? Because if he is, what happens if we get to Mania and Rock says I'm in? Then where's your Oba Roman match? So fucking stupid. So stupid. They made him look so stupid. I don't understand. For our final story of the day here, stories of the day here, Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn, man. According to False Finish, WWE's original plans for Sami Zayn were for him to win the WWE Championship at next year's WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, but decided to fast track it to Night of Champions. Why did they do that? Honestly, and I was saying this before Sami even won the title, I couldn't have even seen, with everything they were teasing, I honestly couldn't have even seen him challenging for the world title at WrestleMania 43 anyways. Obviously, with them teasing, your variation of Roman Rollins or Roman Oba or Roman Rock, and then obviously you had the just blatant Roman, or not Roman, Cody Punk match that they were gonna do. I just didn't see Sami Zayn fitting into that anyway. Sami Zayn won the world title at Night of Champions, which I thought was a really good moment. And I think you could have had a really cool title reign with him. And the reason I say could have is because according to WRKD Wrestling, Sami Zayn's WWE World Championship run may be brief. As someone close to the situation had said, don't get attached when speaking on Sami Zayn's world title reign. I said this on Unscripted as soon as we heard those SmackDown spoilers. Cody Rhodes is going to beat Sami Zayn in Chicago. And CM Punk is going to come out and set up the match for SummerSlam. And holy hell, the internet is going to go ablaze, bro. You can tell Triple H, and what the crazy part is people called McIntyre's world title reign a here damn title reign. And me and Sir K were talking about this on the Night of Champions review, and Sir K had said, you know, I don't think Sammy's is going to be as bad as Drew's. And 24 hours later, we find out that Cody Rhodes is number one contender again. And his match is literally Monday for the championship. And oh my God, this somehow is going to be even worse of a here damn title reign than Drew McIntyre's. Sami Zayn done busted his ass for 11 years to get a week and a half's worth of a title reign. That's what he's worth to you. That's what the guy who, along with the Bloodline, put your company back on the fucking map is worth to you. A week and a half's worth of a title reign. And then again, that video with Triple H, with him congratulating Sami Zayn, he couldn't have been more uninterested and unenthusiastic. And just, he couldn't have given any less of a fuck about Sami Zayn and his world title reign. He couldn't have. Congrats. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, congrats, man. Jeez. How terrible is that going to be to Sami Zayn? How fucking terrible. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see them do some dumb shit, and we will be seated for Unscripted, bro. Oh, man. And they're going to do that in Chicago, too. This is why I said Chamber was my last show for a fucking long time. According to WrestleVote, Sami Zayn's undisputed WWE Championship win at Night of Champions caught many within WWE off guard, including those in the marketing department. As of July 1st, marketing has yet to receive update instructions to any of the current SummerSlam key art concepts to reflect the title change. And why is that? It's because Triple H did not want to put the title on Sami Zayn. He realized he had Sami Zayn lose too much, to the point where Sami Zayn's already looked at it as a loser, and he didn't want it to get any worse than it already fucking is. And so he thought it was the perfect opportunity going into the Saudi show. Oh, look at this. We can have Sami get the title win in Saudi Arabia. The crowd is going to go nuclear, and it'll be a great moment. And then we'll just put it right back onto my favorite little Boy Scout, Cody Rhodes. And then we'll be, back on the road to SummerSlam, what I want. That is why the marketing team was not given any updates. His title win was said to be, this is still from WrestleVotes, his title win was said to be on a need-to-know basis, with multiple departments in WWE describing it as worrisome if WWE plans to keep things more secretive. Oh, great. Now you done stressed out your marketing department. Now they're worrisome because of how because of you keeping your plan secretive, and they have work to do. Now, according to their marketing departments, I don't know what they might be just as guilty for these Minnesota graphics, but regardless, again, Sami Zayn, the marketing team did not get any updates regarding Sami Zayn because Sami Zayn is about to get screwed over. Sami Zayn is about to get stepped on. Sami Zayn is about to get walked like a dog by Triple H and Cody Rhodes on Monday. And my God, I feel absolutely fucking terrible for Sami Zayn, bro. Imagine working 11 years on the main roster in a career that's probably 20 years of a wrestling career. You finally get the WWE title and you hold it for a week and a half just so Cody Rhodes can have his third reign with the championship fourth reign with the championship at this juncture. How ridiculous to do Sami Zayn. How fucking ridiculous, man. It absolutely makes me sick, and I truly, truly hope they don't do him dirty come Monday. But bro, what did I say on that Night of Champions review? What did I say, bro? What did I say? I had a bad feeling they were going to make him a fluke champion. And he was not going to make it to SummerSlam in a WWE Championship match. What did I fucking say? And on Monday, I expect my apologies to be filing in because I said this then, and I'm standing 10 toes down, bro. I just have a bad feeling, and I hope I'm wrong, that Cody Rhodes is going to win the title back because they want Cody Punk for the title for SummerSlam. Absolutely ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Way to give us another here damn title reign this year, Triple H. You incompetent booker. You are such an incompetent booker, I promise. I don't know what happened to you. You suck. You absolutely suck these days, okay? You really do. And that's the news on Sami Zayn, man. So again, according to reports, they're telling us don't get attached to Sami Zayn as WWE champion. This guy's about to get screwed over. And the internet is going to go nuclear for another Cody Rhodes title reign. Ridiculous. All right, man. It's actually all we got. That is actually all we got here today for this edition of the news. Again, we do apologize. I know Sir K apologizes for the unfortunate, for the unfortunate loss of power from him. Obviously, like I said, there was a tree that did fall on his front lawn, cut his power out. So again, that was why he could not make the rest of the show. So again, I know he apologizes for that. And we do sincerely apologize for the mishap there. But thank you guys so very much for joining us here today. We got Manager Logan in the chat. We got my guy Durante. Sir K is even in the chat himself. We got my guy Gotti, OG, Ali. Thank you guys so very much for joining us here today for another edition of the news. This has been episode 325. Guys, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. And again, happy birthday to my late grandfather. And thank you guys, as always. It has been a pleasure for my Johnny. And with that, we will see you all on Monday after Monday Night Raw, after some bullshit probably goes down with NHP Unscripted. And peace.